Because there was,
You don't just get into it.
yeah, because he was saying like there was no like going back, like you know you could like for us it's like you go back to the site of grace and you know kind of dust it off and get back in there. But he was like you got to play through that whole thing again. Like you get one shot. Like,
Oh yeah, you get one shot, dude.
so I was thankful in the knowledge that I had another shot. But yeah, I always think of that, man. Like it cracks me up every time. Like that just kind of goes in my mind. Like, all right, I gotta lock in here, and you literally can lock in. Like that's kind of like a like R3. It's kind of like a commitment at that point. You know, it's like I'm not backing up at all because when I do, my head's gonna be like this.
Welcome to all our motherfucking gamers, non-gamers, PvEers, PvPers, and even NPCs. We don't discriminate. This is the motherfucking New Wave Gaming Podcast, the best gaming podcast out there on the motherfucking net. What up, Chuk?
Hey, what's happening, man?
I don't know where that came from, but I went with it.
Straight from the streets. Coming out the barrio over there.
Yeah, man, I'm full barrio right now, especially after two coffees back to back, ready to go, ready to pod.
Nice.
We missed y'all out last weekend. Sorry about that. You know, just some stuff came up, but we're here and getting this. What episode is this, Chuk?
Damn. 50.
Oh shit! Are we both on?
52, I think. 52 or
I think
3.
it's 53, dude.
Right.
Hold on.
Fuck.
God damn, this is becoming a pattern, man. Maybe we're not the best gaming podcast out there.
Who's counting? Like, yeah.
It's funny. I open up my Spotify and right away it's like new episode of Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast.
I
can't get enough of those guys, man. This is episode 53, fellow gamers. Chuk, it's great to see you again, man.
It's good to see you. I wish we could do it like Matt and Shane. Like when I see the clips, dude, they're just like, they're in the living room, like chilling with mics, like, you know, like they're getting ready, like, you know, Bob Barker or something style. Like, in their hands.
They're like you don't know if they're podcasting or watching a game.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like,
yeah.
I always hear Shane's place isn't real fancy, and it kind of, I can't tell where they're at. They must be at Matt's because it looks a little more furnished than I imagine Shane's is.
Well, and they live in Austin now, so
yeah,
you know,
Texas.
yeah,
God, the power's been out down there for a minute. I don't know in Austin, but I know Houston. Like I'm seeing that on the news a bunch.
Oh, really?
I think Hurricane Burrow came through there, and yeah, it's taken them a minute to get the power back on, and so they've been down there in that Texas heat with no AC.
Man, I know all about that. I know all about that. Losing power due to hurricane impact. I know all about that.
Holy shit.
It sucks, man. Yeah, it sucks.
God, I bet you do sweat.
I didn't know that.
Sweat yourself to death down there.
Dude.
And it's going to be a minute, isn't it? Like even for anything, usually. Wow.
Well, when we got hit by Odile, not to sidetrack too much, but when we got hit by Odile, which was, I think, like 2014 or 15, I don't know. I think it might have been 14. Man, yeah, it was a mess because it every single power pole or telephone pole like in the state of Baja Sur got completely just knocked down, man. Literally, it looked like fallen domino. It didn't matter what town you're going through. Cabo was insane. Like I'd almost use the word apocalyptic. And yeah, it was. I don't remember, but it was several weeks, I think.
Jesus,
something like that with no power.
Summertime, like no AC.
Oh yeah. Dude, it's September 14th.
Can't have a fan either. Like you're just.
Was it September 14th? Yeah, it hit the night of the Independence.
Holy shit! So that's like when it's very, very first starting to cool down a little bit, maybe even.
No, not at all.
Oh, it's still
hot
full.
as fuck.
It's like
dude.
the max.
Oh, it's full bore. I'd say it's at the climax of like the gnarly heat, like humidity, like tropical humidity of Baja Sur.
Oh my God,
dude!
I think there'd be some stabbings in my. Like back where I grew up, like there'd be
some stabs.
People would get stabbed. Yeah.
There's been stabbings.
Dude, they used to, every time they would open up anywhere you could have an alcoholic drink, like, and they would make it a club or, get around the law somehow, there'd be a stabbing for sure. Like, nobody would die, but someone would get stabbed.
Like, if someone opens up the competition bowling alley, there's going to be a stabbing.
And it's
someone opens up.
There was a dude, his name was like Crazy Ricky or something. Like, I mean, let's screen the door a little bit. Like, if your first name is Crazy, like, no, you don't need a drink. But, yeah.
Dude, talking about the heat and sweating, man. How much sweating did you do when you had to face Margit for the first time, dude? Did he have you sweating?
I feel like you. I stumbled up on him. Like, I didn't realize like that started the fight. So I was just basically thinking, like, what's up here in Stormvale? Like, well, see if I can find some smithing stones. And I was like, just cruising along, and all of a sudden it went to a cutscene. I was like, this is probably not good. Like, I should have. I don't even think I had like full flasks on me. Like, I was, half flasks.
Yeah, you were still like a 2-flask man. Oh, you mean you hadn't.
I was just playing.
Refilled them badasses.
I was just fighting other people, getting hurt here and there, looking for shit, and like all of a sudden realized I was in the cutscene, and and I tried to think of all the videos I'd watched and things all at once. Like, it's like, when he comes, he's going to jump at me, and I'm going to roll towards him.
Yeah, and I think there's a second phase, and a gold hammer's going to come out. No, yeah, we got this. Let's go. All right.
Yeah.
How many flasks do I got full still? Oh, just one?
Yeah.
That'd be enough.
Indeed, everyone. I think I posted it to some of our social media. Like, every boss I fight, like, I can't help but think of that part Theo did about like what it was like to fight Bowser when he was a kid. Where he's like, he's like, you turn the game off, you take a rest. He's like, let it sit for a couple days. He's like,
yeah. Oh no, you pause it.
He's like, get his brother, and he's like, give me a massage.
If you're about to fight Bowser, you gotta. We used to pause it. We'd take a break. We'd go stretch for a couple of minutes, make a sandwich.
He's like, you eat.
Have
right?
Grandma come over and watch.
She's my good luck charm. Get her over here. He's like,
you don't just go into it.
It's like, maybe your dad comes back around, like in a disguise, like so you don't have to pay that money to your mom. But it's rumored he was there.
And then you go in and face Bowser.
Yeah. Because
you don't just get into it.
Yeah, because he was saying like there was no like going back. Like you could like for us, it's like you go back to the site of grace and kind of dust it off and get back in there. But he was like, you got to play through that whole thing again. Like, you get one shot.
Oh yeah, you get one shot. Dude.
So I was thankful in the knowledge that I had another shot, but yeah, I always think of that, man. Like it cracks me up every time. Like that just kind of goes in my mind. Like, all right, I gotta lock in here, and you literally can lock in. Like that's kind of like a like R3. It's kind of like a commitment at that point. It's like I'm not backing up at all because when I do, my head's gonna be like this.
Dude, locking on can be a very bad thing to do. You got to learn how to lock and unlock. I'm telling you, you got to get...
Dude.
There's a lot to unpack with Elden Ring, which is what we're talking about this episode.
Yeah. Well,
and I don't know where to begin.
Well,
so
I will say, like, from your, just to answer your question, like, I didn't lock in the first time, and ultimately he just stomped my ass, like super fucking quick. Like, where I thought, like, I was going to get hurt a couple times, and, we were going to mix it up a little bit, but it was more like, goosh, goosh, goosh.
And then you hear that sound, that iconic sound that lets you know that you've died.
Just
that
disappear. Yeah.
That ching, and then you see the little white mist come out of your body, and you know at that point. Yeah. Wait, what does that sound it makes?
I've heard you talk about the sound, but yeah, I don't somehow like that sound don't always register to me. My first real, because I'm usually still fighting and I'm dead. Like I've been dead for like 2 seconds,
And you're still just
like
cast a spell.
I got this.
Stab. Oh wait. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, like he kept.
It's like you don't really know what happened until you see the big red letters on the screen. It's like, oh,
You
fuck.
died,
No, man, there's a sound. I'm telling you, you got to hear for it.
I heard you
It's
say
the
that
same
before,
sound.
yeah.
It's the same sound it makes when you manage to kill an enemy. Because, you know, you'll slice through them. It'll be like... And then when it makes that...
Oh, yeah, it's like you snapped a
it
stick
kind
or
of
something.
yeah, and then that's how you know. And it's the same with you. Like when they get that final hit on you and you're fucked, it'll make that sound, and then it'll make that white mist and make that sound that you kind of made a second ago. That right?
Yeah. Oh. It's like,
Yeah.
you're like,
And then you have to start over.
God, damn, so fucking close. Oh. It's like, all right,
It causes a level of rage that no other games can cause, man.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe it's just a different kind of rage. Maybe it is a different kind of rage. Because I've also gotten very rageful in my own way. And like when we used to play a lot of a lot of Warzone, those very competitive matches, and you lose those competitive battles, it produces a certain type of like, oh, you know?
Yeah.
Especially because, you know, there's another player on the other end there. But, man, Elden Ring also has its, like, unique way of really causing, like, frustration,
Yeah.
despair,
Yeah.
hate.
Yeah.
You'll turn to the dark side.
I find for me, like, I'll say, like, you want it to be hard. I respect that it is hard because I kind of don't like if I just walk up and just smash, you know, something that should be a boss. Like I do want it to be hard, you know, and it be a fight. But man, when it's over in seconds or like I get in these situations like where I'm kind of winning the whole time, and then like just all in one chain of moves, like they take you out completely, you know, and like you get a little greedy, like because it seems like the whole game is like stick and move, like you hit them and get back, but sometimes you hit them and you're like, I think I got time to get that in again, you know, like I'm gonna Ash War, I'm gonna top that off with this, and, you know, occasionally you get them staggered and things, and like that'll work out on smaller enemies. But them bigger enemies, that's where they get you. You get greedy.
Yeah,
You
when you fuck around and get greedy.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
Like
Chuk.
double punishment this time, bitch. And I tend to do it. Like the closer they get to death, I'm like, shit, I can finish him right here. You know, and I'll die with like 2 or 3 like heals still left in my arsenal. Like, you know, just fuck. All I had to do was roll back and chill the fuck out for a second. But a lot of them, like when you do get a distance,
That's what Theo was saying. Calm down. Pause the game.
yeah,
Get your grandma over.
yeah, you don't
Love
want to.
charm.
Yeah, you don't want to
Call
just
over
rush
Lila.
into it. Yeah, you're like, Lila, get up here in my lap.
Get your
We're
little
going.
puppy. Yeah, there we go. Get her up in your lap. Stretch out your body. Do
Gotta get
maybe
your
a jumping
fingers.
jack or two. Yep.
Pop your knuckles.
Yep. Maybe get one of those stress balls.
Dude, I keep seeing like TikTok videos, and like there'll be somebody fighting a boss, or you'll be watching somebody streaming live, and it'll come up in the stream live, or it'll be a comment in the video. It'll say, "I knew you were trash when you didn't lock in as soon as you came into the arena." So, you know, that had an impact on me. I don't want to be trash, like, you know, dog water. So
No, you're not. You're good, man. And
so
Elden
I started
Ring is
locking
getting-
in, but like I say, when you start to run away, it's like you're still facing them, like kind of spinning your head around. and like it's like I can't get away from. And I was fighting that second boss, man. What is it? Godric the Grafted, dude.
You've gotten that far?
Dude, he in the second phase, he literally looks at a dragon that is his friend, sticks his hand into him and rips his head off as his hand, and says, "Oh," like he can breathe fire now.
Don't tell me you're spoiling it for me, dude. Fuck, man.
Well,
Fuck,
that's a
dude.
pretty. You've had to seen that before, but I am sorry. I don't mean to spoil it for
No. That's
everyone,
some bullshit,
man.
dude. You're supposed to say spoiler alert. This is a professional podcast.
Well, we can put that in there. I'll dub it in here. Spoiler alert coming up. Like just cut and paste that right there. No, like we'll do that in post production. I'm gonna make it harder on you, but yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it just like that.
Right. Spoiler alert. 3 seconds ago, like yeah.
No, dude. Yeah. How old is Elden Ring by now? Fuck, it's all good.
It's out there.
But I do, right? It's been around. That's not a spoiler.
So you're raw dogging the bosses. You're not watching like videos before you go into the fights.
Hold on, I wanted to talk about that. But not yet because I kind of cut you off earlier, and I want to rewind it just in case you were getting to something, man. But you were talking about how like that greed factor, because that's such a thing, dude. That's such a real thing, like. You know, you'll get this. You'll get a good dude. I don't have to tell you again that I rage quit. But when I came back this time, this is my second attempt, and it's actually turning into a playthrough. I wouldn't even call the last attempt a playthrough. I barely even made it. No, this is actually becoming a nice playthrough, and I'm attacking it from a different angle. You know, I want to do it real, and so. I've been doing a lot of side questing. I'm naturally exploring the game and, getting a bunch of runes. I'm learning the ropes. I've learned that, I'm trying to learn the combat systems well and when to jump and when to quick step and when to roll and when not to roll and when to definitely not spam roll, which is like always, you never want to spam roll. I'm beginning to learn because you got stamina.
Oh yeah.
So I'm learning all that shit. And I think you mentioned something that I've experienced, and that's why it hit home. Yeah. Is that like I've actually had a good run this time? Like I'll go and I'll clear these ruins and I'll successfully like wipe them all out without dying once, or maybe I'll only use one flask, and then I'll continue my journey to find a couple of great sites of grace, and now I've unlocked these new spots, and then I'll find this. I'll just really get on a good roll. Yeah. I'll level up a bunch and then a big challenging boss type, or like whether it's like a map boss or an actual proper story boss, I'll face someone, and then they'll just fucking show you who's boss, dude.
And talk shit afterwards.
Forgive the pun, dude. Pun intended.
These foolish ambitions.
And you're dead.
Fuck. Oh yeah.
So And often it is it's like that. And then another thing you mentioned is how the greed factor can come in, because you'll get on a good roll and you'll start getting those hits in, and you'll be like, oh, okay, now I understand combat a little better. You'll get in there with a boss and you'll lock onto, like, let's say it's one of the giants, but now you know that with the giant you got to kind of go for the legs first, and then you learn about the little glowing part of the body, which means there's a critical hit opportunity. So, if the enemy goes down and you see the glowing embers wherever they may be, you go walk up to it, hold the attack button, whatever that may be, and it'll do like a critical hit, right? You learn all those things and you start to get greedy, and then when you get undisciplined and deviate from that strategy that you have, and you see that opportunity that you think you have to maybe get another hit in right there, and then no, man, the patterns of the NPC, the patterns and it bites you in the ass. It bites in the ass, and what's the worst part is that it when it's over. You fucked up.
Yeah, and it's almost like it's been designed by people that have been in these fights. So like right when it's kind of like if there was less time, I would know not to try that shit twice. But there's about time and a half. There's just enough time to start my next attack, and then have him just smash the shit out of me. Like they put, like the timing, like that one Margit, like kind of, yeah, I can't remember if it's Margit or the second boss. Like he kind of holds it up, like he holds it. He'll pull the attack back and hold it there, until you are in range, like kind of like, and it's different every time. And like I see people that are up way in the game, like they're having to count, like they're having to be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, roll, like kind of, you almost have to figure the pattern out, to the max, like
damn, man.
Just like timing it like in your mind, like literally be counting it down, and I feel like it's going to hit a quit point for me. like I faced sort of a side boss last night. I think it was called Loretta the Knight or something. She was kind of at the end of this castle I was checking out, and it wasn't like a major boss, but I don't know. I probably lost 15 times, and was just like I'm just gonna go some other part of the game, But finally, and I was getting close, When it can really be muddy is when you got those summons with you. So, you can't get away with double strikes. Whenever the main boss that you're fighting gets distracted by your summons.
That's different though. That's being incorporated into your strategy, right?
I would argue though that like to be successful more often, you should probably still stick to whenever they've swung or done something extreme and it just finished. Like I try to roll towards them at the last of that, and then hit them and roll back, even when my because God,
I'm rolling, attack, roll back.
Chill.
Don't forget to roll back.
Roll back. Yeah, exactly.
you gotta get in and you gotta get out.
Yeah. Let everything come back, and then maybe hit a flask or two, whatever you got to do.
Little flask of physique, get that.
Something that's happened too, probably since you've seen it play, is I've kind of went heavy on magic and faith too. Like I've got the ability to throw rocks now. Like I don't know if you've seen that attack where you pull 3 rocks out of the ground and throw them at people.
Damn, dude.
Rock sling, I think it's called. But even that, man, like a lot of the bosses are kind of designed like so that when you get distance, they start doing magic. Like that's one of the things I've kind of realized. Like I'm better off like staying fairly close to the boss because man, as you get into the larger bosses, their magic is so damn. I don't do shields and blocking either. Like that's kind of not a part of my game right now.
Man, dude, I don't know what my game is. I'm still having an identity crisis.
That worries me too. Do you know how far it goes? Like how many levels we get in the end? Like 200?
I think it goes up to 500.
Really?
Chuck's eyes just lit up.
Well, because I worry. Like I've heard that you should
I might be wrong,
pick
dude.
a lane and stay in it, and I'm kind of going all over the place.
Pick a lane, bro.
Yeah. It should be a strength build, a dexterity build. Like I've kind of heard people like talk about those two things like together, maybe as what they call a quality build. But man, I'm getting
be anything you want to be, sunshine.
What I do is I find some shit and I'm like, it'll have the requirements to use it, and I'll be like, oh man, I'm gonna farm like hell until I get to that level. That's what I did with that rock thing. I got up to 18 intelligence.
Oh, whoa, dude! I was low. The highest level players can get in Elden Ring is 713.
Dang,
it's such a weird number.
It is a weird number.
Yeah.
I don't like I'm not like super superstitious or whatever, but 13 kind of freaks me out. Like when one of my stats is on 13, like I don't like that. I'm like, gotta get that up to 14.
Oh man. So, anyways, dude, you were talking about. You asked me if like you're like, hey man, but what do you mean you're not watching videos or something like that? And here's the thing, I'm torn on that because I love to watch gaming videos, or listen to gaming videos. Like I won't actually be watching them necessarily, but I'll put them on and listen to them, especially like if maybe when I'm going into work, because I might do a little bit of gaming early morning before work, and then I'll be having so much fun that I might want to kind of get set up for work and begin my work, and kind of on the side have like maybe a YouTube video going about whatever game I'm into, or just to kind of keep that those gaming good feels into my day, right?
I like
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
throw on a gaming podcast, throw on some YouTube or something but it's just, I'm not like distracted by it. Don't get me wrong. I'm just kind of like, it's there in the background and I might hear something that I'll hold on to or whatever. And it's kind of, this is another area where Elden Ring is kind of getting on me, but in a good way. But it's still getting on me, which in itself is bad. But it's in a good way, if that makes any freaking sense. Because I want to watch. I've been putting on Elden Ring videos, but this is like the first time where I really, really don't want to know anything that that spoils it. Does that make any sense? Because dude, even in like basically the only videos I can watch that don't have any spoilers of any kind, because I don't want spoilers of any kind, man. That's how much I'm enjoying this. I don't want to hear spoilers from you, from YouTube, from So like all I can do is watch beginner videos, and I've already watched them all, and I already know all the beginner tips. You see what I'm saying? Like, so if I want to so now not yesterday, it was a few days ago. There was a video, I don't know, it may have been from Game Ranks or from one of the content creators around, one of the YouTubers around Elden Ring that said something like, best weapons for this build or for this character, whatever, And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm playing as a confessor, kind of going for that build this time, and I clicked on it, and immediately, dude, it was like, he's like, all right, so you're gonna go to this location on the map, and you're gonna come across this boss that goes by. I'm like, cancel. It's like because they're showing you all the visuals and everything, and it's like, no, dude, I don't want to see any of that shit. I want to be caught off guard. I want to be surprised. I want to be startled, like when you like so much, like it happens so often in the game, dude. It happened to me yesterday. I found this freaking cave, dude. I was all excited. It was like kind of on the side of a cliff face into this like ocean thing. I'm like, oh, there's a cave on the side of that cliff face. Found my way down there, man. I get into the damn cave, and there's a little message on the ground from another player left, and it says, "Be wary, trap ahead." Like,
that's
oh, God.
a spoiler.
And I know.
What are you doing looking at those? It's just like this is all over the place. Like, you're not gonna watch the videos yet. Right at the spot, you read a note, a furled finger pointer,
furled finger fucking note, and it says, "Be wary, trap ahead." And I'm like, all right. So I pause the game, take a little break. I go stretch, make a sandwich. No, I'm just kidding. Called my dad, told him about it. He pumped me up, and I go into this cave. And I'm looking, dude. I'm thinking, okay, there's gonna be one of those fucking chests in here, like my boy ChukTomahawk ran into. Which we can touch on that here in a minute. I want to know how that went.
Oh, that sends you
so
somewhere
hold
else.
up, dude. So that's what I thought, and because I ended up part of my rage quit my first run through was because of that chest and because of Margit.
Two valid reasons.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, there's gonna be one of these chests in here in this cave. I'm not gonna touch it. I know what's up, and I'm getting to a point here. I'm gonna bring it back full circle. So I'm getting in there, and dude, I'm running through. I take out all these mice and rats, and then I'm like, okay, well, where's this freaking trap, dude? I'm looking for the chest, and then I see the chest, and I'm like, there it is. And I run up to the chest, dude, and right before I get to the chest, the fucking floor fell out from under me, dude. And I was like, and I literally felt my stomach. So I don't want to lose that by, I want to keep those moments alive, man. And I want to, I fell right into a pit with a bunch of big ass, there was a boss down there and everything. Like, it was great, dude. It was like, this is Elden Ring, Yeah. So even with simple videos like, how to build out this kit, or how to, or where to don't forget these, or don't miss these don't miss these secrets. Like, it's like, I want to see all those things because I don't want to miss those secrets. I don't want to miss those bosses. But, just like we do with Ark and No Man's Sky and, Ghost of Tsushima and all these other games we play, we watch the videos and they're kind of part of our gaming experience in a way. It's just kind of like a part of the pie. But in this case, man, I'm conflicted because I don't want to see any of that stuff. I want to kind of naturally and organically let it all happen to me. But I don't want to miss out at the same time, so I'm torn. In fact, I'm not torn, I'm tarnished.
It's a valid point. I certainly respect what you're doing, but I think one of my biggest fears that kind of keep me from taking that approach is that I think it's totally possible to like play through this game and then find out that like right at the beginning there was this thing, this talisman that you could have picked up that would have like fixed all the shit that you've been upset about. Like, you're just like, damn, I can't understand how do people get armor and big weapons and it not overload them, and like come to find out there's a talisman for that. Like, I'm just making this up. I don't know that there is, but it could be that like or whatever. And I've seen videos of where people are like I think when you play through this game and you start it over, it gets harder. They'll list that as NG +1. And I've seen up to like +7, like people are on their 7th playthrough or whatever. And they'll be like, 7th playthrough, just realized, right by the start here. It's like,
just stubbed my toe on this thing I found here. Damn, tarnished.
Yeah.
Tarnished.
Should be kind of like an arc, like finding out, like, you've been moving like resources 100 at a time. Like, there was this thing you could have put them in that held like 5,000 at a time.
Yeah.
You've been just walking them off.
Oh, man. The RG. Yeah. Oh.
That's how they're doing it. And I feel like I have a talent for that too. Like just to, especially with my color blindness, there can be something that was just like glowing red and everyone that ever played, it's the first thing they look at. And I just like, what's that green thing over there?
Oh, it looks like a different type of, whatever. Yeah. Not important.
And so yeah, I do find, like a little bit of that, going on for me. And like you said too, I do enjoy the fuck out of watching those videos. I think I have 60 hours in the game right now, and I probably got more in videos.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, dude, there's podcasts that talk about the lore. Like, I've been falling asleep listening to the lore, like, kind of how the ring got busted up and, how we got in this mess. Pretty much anyway.
How the ring got busted up. Nasty ass. Sorry.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, it did get, it'll be the Elden Lord.
Do you think you're going to become the Elden Lord, ChukTomahawk? I know
it's
you
possible.
Are, man.
I do feel
tell,
like this build, like I basically committed to a hero strength build in the beginning, and I've kind of gone all over the place. I've realized magic is, because the way I look at it too, man, like I feel like Margit like didn't have to watch no video. Margit knows what I can do. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, it does feel like a lot of times like they have the advantage. So anything I can do, to be, squared away.
Yeah.
And I think you sent a meme the other day, and I saw a number of them like it. Like next time I play this son of a bitch, I'm gonna do every side quest before I face any bosses and just show up and beat the shit out of them. And I when I saw that, I was like, it's not too late to do that now. Dude, there's a TikTok creator that, like, I don't know how he's doing it, but like, he must have put everything into strength, I guess, or something. But he basically just shows himself running at the boss, punches it in the face one time, and it's over. Like, and I think I don't know, like I haven't watched like what the last boss in the game is, but I think I just watched him do that to the last boss in the game. Somehow it almost looks like he's doing an emote, like he just goes out there and snaps his fingers and like it's done somehow.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I need to know what stat that is. That's the badass stat.
God, it does. Have you gotten like, what's your main weapon now like right now that you're using?
My main weapon right now is the Claymore, which is a great sword.
Okay.
But it is a one-hander. I mean, you can wield it. You can wield it two-hand.
I forgot about
but
two-handed.
Yeah,
I haven't
dude.
been doing that lately.
That's part of a combat. You got to get in there. You got to switch on, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm rocking that basic I think it's just called the glintstone staff. You know, it's your base level step, but it does pretty damn good damage, dude. My staff is it's been coming in clutch in a lot of key situations where I need to create a little damage from range before I engage with my claymore sword. You know what I mean? Just knock out a good third or half of the enemy's life and then go in and
Yeah. Getting close to staggered almost. That magic, man, is powerful, dude. It's super powerful. Like even what makes me say that is like we're just in the beginning of the magic. Like I think as far as like being strong with it and like it's.
That's why I freaked out when you said that you can throw pieces of earth now. I was like, you can do that? What?
I have to say like that chest was a blow, but it's honestly one of the best things that ever happened to me. It got me over into a part of the map that I wasn't like prepared for, but I was close to being prepared for. Like enough that I could at least, you know, kind of go around without worrying about being jumped by the little guys, at least, you know, to some degree.
Dude, okay. Hold on. I got to stop because I want to hear the full story. Chuck's talking about that damn chest, everyone. You know what chest we're talking about. It's right in those ruins by that damn dragon, which, hey, that was fun, kicking that dragon's ass. That dragon scared the shit out of me the first time I came up on him, or rather, when he freaking came up on me, just flew in. Scared the shit. I never visualized. I'm like, I'm never gonna like get to the point in this game where I can beat that dude. And I remember we were playing on a kind of having one of those positive rolls where we were doing really well, and we're like, hey, let's go. I remember. I think you said it. You said, let's take
him
that.
Up.
Let's
I
fuck
think
him up.
too. Like it's kind of designed to be something that you skip. I feel like I've been watching like videos. Yeah, like it's at kind of the beginning. So like it, and you're not really ready for that. But we did fight his ass.
Dude,
like I saw somebody just the other day was like,
you
I
kicked
want
his
no
ass
part of that.
Fast.
Yeah,
It blew my mind because you were kind of having
axe.
Dude, you were having a hard time with one of those bosses. I don't remember which one. It was the one that tree.
Oh yeah,
that tree dude. Yeah, and that one wasn't too hard for me to get past. And then oppositely, when we faced that dragon, dude, you just ran right through him. You're like, suck it, babe. And he was dead. And then I remember going like, I remember we were still on the chat together, and I was like, oh, fucker got me, you know. And then I'd respawn. Oh, and I remember Chuck's like, you got it, man. You know, positive motivation. Yeah. Good. No, and I'd respawn back again. You know, fuck, God. And then, you know, finally, dude, and I don't even know how it happened. I thought I was gonna lose again, and I beat that dude. But anyways, so we were talking about the chest, dude. We got to break this story down. So
yeah, you open that.
So you get there, you open the chest, and I remember we were on the chat together when that happened, and I said to you, I was like, oh no, Chuck, I know what chest you just opened. Because I remember you saying, oh, there's a chest here.
I can't remember exactly what the first experience is. It immediately sends you like into a cave, and you're kind of stuck. And I can't remember how the hell I got out of there now. I think it's...
Well, it's like a crystal cave or something they call it, right?
It's like...
I don't remember.
It was a series of jumps somehow. Like this game I've found will kind of make a jump that it'll have jumps that look possible that aren't, but it'll also like have some that you got to do that double jump with your horse for, and they look impossible on foot. Like you know, and so yeah, I think so. I've learned to just jump like hell from everywhere, you know, and a lot of times there'll be one of those little messages, you know, that says try jumping or jumping required ahead or you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
that really reinforces it for me. And then there'll be one that says liar. And you're
because you like, fuck. Well, because there's people that will leave a message to you that says like try jumping or treasure ahead, jump, and you'll jump and die. And they're just fake.
They're
messages.
trolling. Oh, I saw a dude the other day. Like there was almost like this Indiana Jones type big like thing of spikes that came from the ceiling, and he was like, "Oh my god, I have to leave one here," like you know, to get you to stop there, just long enough for that thing to hit you. Like it's like you fucker. Yeah, I look at those some, but I don't. That's weird because like I do watch the videos, but like I don't fuck with those messages as much because the thing about the videos, my memory's such shit, and I watch so much shit about it. Like it's kind of Swiss cheese by the time I get to that actual spot. Anyway, I'm like, I kind of remember watching a video on this. Like, is this that? You know, kind of figured out that way. But yeah, that portal situation, like basically. You know, like in general, what it did is it took me from Limgrave to Khalid, which is like where you start seeing like blood rod and like, you know, somber smithing stones and shit that like you haven't been seeing so far. And you know, the average enemies are tougher. Like there's a tougher versions of, you know, without giving you a lot of spoilers, like there's that, and just kind of some of the same things we've seen. Like you go to the same place at night, and all of a sudden there's a new enemy that you know that hadn't been there.
Yeah, that hadn't been there earlier.
Yeah, in the day. And
wait, so when you spawned in this cavern, which I'm familiar with, so you're not spoiling anything about the cavern. I've been in there. It was part of my rage quit because I felt, dude, I felt like when I teleported in there last time I played. You know, at the place where I was with my character and the level, you know, I just, it was so hard to just get out of that because you'll spawn into this little like shack way underground, like you're deep underground or something. At least it seems like you are.
Yeah.
And you're kind of spawn into this little wooden room with a singular door, and literally like 2 steps out of the door, there's an enemy.
Yeah,
like right there.
You're that's just harder than anyone you've faced yet. Like for a average, you know, for just your run of the mill dude, you know, he's a tough one.
Dude, first time player of any Souls game right here. You know, I barely got past the gate front ruins. You know, because the dragon's right there. Like you can basically start the game and find that chest. You could literally basically be starting the game and find that chest.
And see, I think the difference in our experience is, like I said, I wasn't ready for that, but I was close. Like I was probably 3/4 of the way, you know, ready to deal with those guys. So they were hard, but you know, if I was careful and fought them one at a time, I could move. You know, like it's kind of the way it was for me. So it was scary and like, you know, overwhelming at first, but it also is when I found like not far after I got out of that cave is when I found that rock sling spell. So
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. Yeah, and since then I found, you know, I found some somber stones over there, and it kind of inspired me. I went after what's called the Wolfhound's Fang sword. Have you heard of that one? It's like a little boss you got to beat there right at the beginning of the game to get it. And it does bleed damage, dude. It's kind of a curved sword that, you know, it's kind of just as strong as my other weapon, but also does like make shit bleed. 55
blood loss buildup.
Yeah.
Damn.
And
that's one of the things, dude. That's a popular effect. Like everyone's looking for that bleed damage. You know.
Well,
that's why the samurai sword, the sword of reeds or whatever it's called, is so popular.
Yeah.
A lot of people pick the samurai right out of the gate because they can get that bleed damage from the sword.
Samurai stack, like the armor and the swords are badass on the beginning, man.
Sick.
They are sick.
Yeah. You can buy all that armor and stuff. Even if you don't pick the samurai, you can still get it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and it's good. Like it's like for weight, you know, the weight that it is and everything. But yeah, you know, like I say that is kind of a shit move. I bet if I had found that chest, like, you know, just a couple days earlier, man, it would have been like a totally different experience. I would have just been like, this is fucked. And like, cause up until then you've been able to like, you know, go to those sites of grace. It also doesn't let you like transfer out of there like a normal spot. Like it's kind of a double fucking, like some places are like that. You know, you can't access the map for whatever reason.
Double stuffed.
Yeah, you're like whoa. It's got that second one, you know, like, wow, this is a fucking. I thought I was gonna open a chest and get something valuable. Instead, like I got a double fucking.
Amigos o enemigos? ¿Por qué?
But dude, I'll tell you another funny perspective in this game. Like I saw, there's this TikTok, this creator. I'll try to have his name for the next episode. But I posted one of his videos on our site on Facebook. But he does it from the perspective of the NPC characters that you face in the castle, and the guy's like, he's calling home to mom, like, and he's like, "Mom, I'm going to be working in Stormvale Castle, like where Dad did." And she's like, you can kill, like she kind of says something. He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to be stationed by the door, and you know, it's like there's this guy coming. I think he's killed a couple gods, and I'm just going to try and surprise him." Feeling pretty confident about it. It's like, and you know, and it's like, no, we're not all going to mass together. What we're going to do is we're going to take the strongest guy and we're going to put him way back in the castle, and we're all going to kind of intermittently get like between there and the door. We're not going to mill around at all. We're just going to wait right there, right around the corner. And when he comes, I'm going to get him. I'm going to jump out. Ha!
Eat him.
It's like, maybe we should put Godric out front. Like, doesn't that make a lot more sense? Yeah, he's done a ton of ones, like just from those perspectives of things in the game too. And then there's another one that's like average Elden Ring experience, and it's a cartoon, and it's just, you know, like it's like this little guy finds a sword. He's like, "Oh, so happy," you know, and then you go and it just. Like the boss,
you gotta share those with me. You gotta share those, dude.
The boss picks him up and wipes his ass with him.
That lands in the Weeping Peninsula.
But shit, man, it's been fun. I've liked this game way more than I thought I would, and like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it'll probably hit an endpoint, like for me, like.
Maybe. I mean, it will. Every game has an endpoint, right? I mean, they all do.
I think more it'll happen before its natural endpoint, but I kind of hope not. Like, you know, because
well, you're gonna beat the game. I can already feel it, dude. I know it. I can sense it. I can see it. You're gonna beat the game.
I hope so. I feel like you could hit a point of frustration. What I think might happen to me is like I get like upset about how I've developed my character and want to change it, but I hear there's like certain bosses that you beat that you get a like kind of thing that allow almost like a mind wipe in an arc or whatever you can.
Dude, there is. I've heard about this. You can there's something out there you can consume or apply or wear. I don't know, but it apparently like resets your stats and gives them all back to you, and you just gotta reset them.
Yeah.
And then you're set. And then otherwise you just gotta, you know, buy whatever armor that fits what the look you're trying to have. One of the funny videos I saw that didn't have any spoilers. Well, it did. It did have spoilers.
Like, you know, a little bit.
They all have spoilers. Yeah, man. Like in a way, depending on how into the game you are, and in this case, everything's a spoiler for me with Elden Ring. But I watched it anyways. Fucking watched it. And
showed me the final boss right away.
You know, that's what that algorithm's designed for. So I watched it, and it basically just shows you a lot of like popular, like skin builds that and weapon and armor builds that people are doing to you know, simulate shit. Like one of them's like the Sonic build, and it basically like this character has like a bunch of blue armor on and like something, and then and then there's a spell or an incantation or something that allows you to like roll, and when you roll it, there's like lightning around you.
Oh yeah.
So basically, there's just people out there. There's Tarnished that'll just be blue dudes running around and just spinning.
Like rings are flying off of them.
And there's another one that like makes you kind of look like, you know, an abstract version of a Ninja Turtle. I don't know if you've seen that one. Yeah, I'll send you that.
I saw a gnome build that was pretty weird, and there's this one, like I think it's like part of the faith type thing. It's like this big their weapon will be this big ass pot that they're holding on their side. It looks like a spittoon or something almost like, and I think it's something that does incantations. But I like how you can stack weapons up. Like you see a lot of like weapon build videos, like where like I think what people do is like they'll get a weapon that has that bleed, and then they'll get a talisman that also has stacks on that bleed, and like kind of build up something like that, like kind of get everything working together, including your flasks of mysterious physique or whatever that's called.
Yeah, the physique flasks. Yeah, and then there's also, what is it called? Scaling, stat scaling. Have you heard about that?
I have, in the way, yeah, I could take a stab at what I think that is, but I don't know really. Like,
we don't need to get into stat scaling, but what I'm getting at is that there's all these different things, like you're kind of indicating, that allow you to really like enhance some or singled out or multiple types of like abilities in the game, right? Like you can really boost a single stat or a single effect that you want to have, whether it's like fire or magic or lightning or poison, and you can really like hone in on these abilities and build your character in very creative and specialized ways.
And dude, I've seen it to where old boy got up to where he was doing like 20,000 damage per lick. Like he doubled down, stacked it down, split the pair, fucking
reinforced. He bought the upgrade.
He did.
Got the 4-wheel drive kit.
Like went and got the talisman and put a talisman on top of that, and like, yeah, it was nuts, man. I mean, he was one-shotting everything. Like he was just coming through, like,
Do you know what character he picked, like, or what class he picked, like
It looked like a strength, like possibly. I don't know, because he had a pretty like weird set of armor on too, so that, that it may change the whole look.
Yeah, they probably never mentioned that.
I would guess maybe Vagabond. Like I think if I had it to do over again, might be what I did, like, because
But didn't you want to be a magic dude, like a mage?
I do, and I would say the Confessor's a good one for that. Like that would probably be.
No, the Astrologer would be.
Well, I think
that the best one?
I'm still saying all round. Like I don't know that I'd go all the way in any.
Okay.
Because there's certain things that kind of require you to like it'll be a boss that say like pierce damage or like certain types of damage that if your main weapon is a sword, like it doesn't work on them, like kind of situation. So you have to diversify to some. And I think there's like ways to boost the stats temporarily, like if it really hadn't been your thing. But one of the things I'm dealing with is my character was super strong and dexterity high, but like faith and intelligence were just like rock bottom, single digit type fucking.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't take that was my thing, is that when I got the Confessor, the faith was pretty good, but you want to have that intelligence stat up high if you're looking to be a spell cat, rather a mage. Yeah, a mage, rock slinger. Dude, speaking of slinging, I found this incantation that I liked, because how there's spells and then there's incantations.
Mm-hmm.
The incantations that my Confessor came with was one to heal and one to be silent, like an assassin step silence,
okay,
right?
Yeah,
it came with those.
And he came with like a little thing. You got to have something to do?
Yeah, like this. It's like this weird. Dude, it looks like a freaking one of those things you used to exercise your forearms.
Grip strength builder.
Grip strength builder. So you buy the grip strength builder. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, my character came with that, and you use that. But what's cool is, see, I kind of had the idea that the incantations were only defensive, like they did things to you, like you use a spell upon yourself, an incantation upon yourself, and it would give you this stat or whatever. But not all of them, because I found one called like the Fireball or something like that. And dude, like it's sick. I'm using it right now for any enemies that are susceptible to fire damage. It's this cool thing. You put on your grip strength builder, and you memorize the incantation, and when you use it, he does like this really cool like whoop, and it like forms like a like Goku, dude, like forms like a Kamehameha, like a ball of fire in his hand, and then he just throws it at the enemy, dude, and it has some good range, and it hits the enemy and just burns them up.
Damn. See,
I've been
where
using
was
that.
that stuff when I was at Bible school, man? That's what I want to know. I'd still be there.
I went to church camp for 5 years in a row, and I didn't see.
If they'd had that like at night, like we did the incantations, man, I'd still be there. Dude, I faced a guy the other day. He had that kind of power. He was like a knight, and he swung that thing around, and he formed like 5 crosses above his head, like these big blue electrified crosses, and then they all came at me like, you know, like a jolt from the Lord or something. I mean, I don't know, like about you, but I'd be a believer after if you hit me with like, you know, 5 blue crosses when I stepped into the church.
Yeah, how do you not?
I wouldn't wait
Hell,
till
you're
they pass.
donating
I
at
wouldn't
that
wait
point.
till they pass the offering plate. I'd get my wallet out right there. Dude, yeah, I mean, they do some shit, and yeah, I feel like that's a fairly important part of the game because I had to buy that little thing, and then later on I found another thing, but it takes like 27 faith to use it, and I don't have, like, I don't believe like that yet. Like, you know, I mean, once I took that blue blast, and it definitely upped my faith. Like when those blue electric
you
crosses,
gotta level up your mind, boy.
when those electric crosses, they leveled my faith right up, and yeah.
No, but that's how you gotta level up your mind, the mind stat, to get more FP.
Oh yeah.
It's the mind stat, because I think the first one is vitality, and then mind. Your vitality is your health, and mind is your FP.
Mine is ass, dude. It's like 11 or something right now, and that's from me leveling it. Like it's super low, but I have a bunch of flasks, so I can reload it pretty quick, and I've got a lot of magic, man. I can make these ghosts chase you too. Like it's kind of like
chase you down.
Yeah, they do.
Be panting.
They kind of boo.
They kind of go boo.
They kind of have the attitude like from Mario, like those Mario ghosts,
Yeah.
you know, like little cloud type people or whatever. They in the ghosts too.
Little
Like,
cloud type people.
fuck, they're pretty persistent. Like I don't like it when they get after me. There's one part where like a guy kind of used something similar on me but it was also on fire. Like,
Dude, how far in the game are you? Fuck, no, don't tell me because that's a spoiler.
I don't want to spoil
What level are you?
I'm like 51, I think, and I just defeated the second boss and looking for the third one. I think I know where she's at.
You tracking her down?
I know I can't find the door. Like it's like you've probably already dealt with that Luceria Academy. Like, yeah.
Hey! How do I get in here? I can hear you up there.
Land shark.
Knock, knock, bitch.
Certainly not here to kill anyone. Amazon, like
I got your flasks in your crack pot. Couple of Tree Road. Was it for you? Wrong. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No.
Side of Grace sent me.
357 Limgrave. Yeah. Sorry.
Got my wires crossed. That's exactly how it feels.
Sorry. Got my flaps crossed.
Every fucking castle I go to, it's the same thing. It's got this huge bridge that goes into it, but that bridge is also looks like, you know, the Jolly Green Giant
like
shit
trouble.
stomped that son of a bitch, like turned it into Barney Rubble. And like, you know, I'm up there. Where's the door? And fucking, yeah. You end up looking around. There's some dude. He's like,
Clearly, I should go in here.
oh, that's. Darn, I don't want to see, but there's things that are so fucking secret, man. It just like how are you going to ever know? Like I know something now that I didn't know in the beginning. Like, yeah, I can tell you. It's you've beat the first.
No, you can't
boss.
tell me because we're pretty much up, man.
Let's just say Margit
gonna-
Shackle does a lot of other things than Shackle Margit. Like I'll just leave that right there for folks. Like.
Ooh, that's a fucking spoiler, Chuck. Now you know I'm gonna go and get it. See, I wasn't gonna get that thing because I already beat Margit. So you're saying get Margit's shackle, period. That's what you're saying. Get Margit shackled.
If you get bored and want to find some secret shit, like, you know, back in the day in Zelda, when you see that little piece in the wall, you're like, that didn't look right, you know, and you throw the bomb there, like that type of action, Margit shackle, yeah. I've been seeing people like use it to uncover things that are hidden.
And I've come across so many messages that say hidden path here, hidden path there, hidden item, hidden whatever. Fuck. Okay.
But it looks so difficult and random that my reaction wasn't like I need to go buy that, like, at all. Like you know, I mean, it's deep looking.
How do you feel about patches? Just to close on patches.
Right now we're cool. I guess I kind of, you know, spoilers have told me like that may not last, but yeah, we're cool. He bowed, he kissed the ring, you know. I showed him my wolfhound's fang, and he was like, I don't want any more of that.
But did you try to steal his shit?
I basically just beat him down. He submitted and like basically became a merchant for now. Like so.
Yeah, but when he submitted, like, did you see his chest there? Did you try to take his stuff from the chest?
No, I didn't. I mean,
there's if you didn't, then there's still a chest there.
Huh?
With his stuff in it.
Was it? Can you tell me what it was? Like maybe I did and I just don't remember. Oh.
Because you didn't finish your story about how you left the cavern.
Which the portal
when you got trapped.
To be honest, I don't remember. Like, I've been through so many fucking caverns.
How can you not remember, dude? You get in there. There's a bunch of weird, like, centipede-looking fools. Oh, I see. Uh-huh.
There's a part of me that's still in the spear out there in Las Vegas that I'm not sure we're ever going to see again. So.
Ooh, there's a spoiler right there. There's a spoiler. That's why we didn't get an episode up last weekend.
Yeah. There's a part of me that's still at that Dead & Co. show there at the Spear. I'd highly recommend that to folks out there in listening land too. But Jesus, yeah. Whew. I can kind of picture like going out that door, but like I can't remember the enemies, to be honest with you. Like I wish I could, but.
Ultimately, was it something that you had to run out of and escape from, or did you have to, or were you able to successfully fight your way out of there?
It seems like I fought for a little bit and died, and then like probably ran for it after that. Like I could hang with those enemies, but if more than one of them got to me, I was a goner. So yeah, I probably, you know. Like,
I think I'm gonna intentionally open the chest, get trapped, and just deal with it.
I would, like, because like I say, ultimately it was one of the better things that ever happened to me. Like there are some gnarly fucking enemies over in that area. Like some, yeah. I don't want to spoil it for you, but fuck yeah, there's some shit like over there. But
it's okay.
You can live. You should be good now. What level are you?
I'm right behind you, man. I think I'm like 46.
Okay.
47, 46, 47, something around there.
We talked about the AFK dragon, didn't we? Like, have you found it yet? Without me spoiling it any more than that, like.
I don't think so. I've ran into 2 dragons so far. One of them was the one that we killed, and the other one was kind of just like on the path in that weird red area of the map.
None that appeared to be sleeping or anything. I mean, really sleeping. Like, you do see some of the regular ones that are sleeping, but you'll find a big one that's sleeping, and yeah.
Well, where on the map is this one that you're talking about?
There's an area that's like, it's got dragon in the name. It's like Dragon Bell or something.
Ah, okay. No, I haven't ran into him yet.
Yeah. There's a. Yeah. I mean, you don't want to know, but I can tell you some stuff there.
Lock it down,
pay
Chuk.
attention when you see that like. Yeah, it's a yeah.
It's hard not to pay attention to everything in this game, man.
Fuck. Yeah, I think you could spend the rest, like, if you committed to never watching videos, like, to get 100% completion, could take the rest of someone's life. Like, good Lord, there's so much shit in there.
It's packed.
It is packed. Like, it may be. People say it's the best video game ever, dude. Possibly.
Oh, let's wrap up with that. Awesome, dude. What a fun little episode, man. Episode 53. If you got any advice out there, fellow gamers, for us as, well, Chuk, he's a little bit more advanced than myself here. Yeah, he sounds like he's about to beat the game. No, but anyways, if you got any advice for us on Elden Ring, please definitely let us know, because we are in the Elden Ring. Literally, we are part of the ring right now. We are in the ring hole entirely to the point we've abandoned Ark. Oh, we haven't abandoned it, but, we haven't been playing it, let's be honest.
Yeah, but, I think we have something special, like an innocence that a lot of these people wish they still had, because I personally have never played FromSoft games, Souls games at all.
Neither have I.
And I'm like first time into this, so like
giddy as fuck.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. I think a lot of people miss this, and I've been cognizant of that, like trying to remember to just enjoy the fuck out of it, because
dude,
yeah, I'm kind of glad I saved this.
Yeah, when that time of the day comes along, man, and you're walking up all giddy to your fucking like gaming area, and you grab the controller, hit the PlayStation button, and just kind of jump right onto the couch. And, right, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, it feels damn good. Something that kind of disappears over periods of time, Yeah. But that's another topic. We don't need to extend. We don't need to keep going down that path. Anyways. Yeah, man. Let us know out there if you have any tips, and we'll see you soon in another episode.
Hell yeah.
Love you, Chuk.
Summon us.
Yeah, summon us. Summon us. Peace.